2 weeks away from the opening of the 2011 season, Nigel Burton's second year in the regime. Mike, time flies.
It really does, and it's very exciting for the Vikings this year because they're making the move back to Jeld-Wen Field. That's going to be an exciting venue, and today we're going to talk about some of the players you're going to see at Jeld-Wen.
Last year there was great optimism at the quarterback and running position, but really unproven in Big Sky play. Those questions were answered last year.
Definitely answered. Everybody knows about Cory McCaffrey now, the great high school player out of Sisters. He's the top returning rusher in the Big Sky Conference, 1,287 yards, 10 touchdowns last year. He's going to be the key component of that pistol offense.
And at the quarterback position, Connor Cavanaugh, a great year until the injury happened. And you've also got Drew Hubel, now in his 5th year. We remember him as a peach-faced freshman coming in here, but now he's a wily veteran.
Well, it's a different offense from when Drew was a freshman, but he has looked very, very good coming back off his redshirt season. The shoulder is in good shape. He's throwing the ball well. He has some new targets, a little bit different element when Drew is on the field as opposed to Connor. Connor runs the ball so well. We should talk a little about that, obviously. Connor over 500 yards rushing in just over 7 games last year before he was injured. So that is a quarterback record at Portland State, and he brings an element with the run to go along with the pass that was very tough to defend last season.
Justin Monahan returns as a proven receiver in the Big Sky Conference. The Vikings, though, wanted to add speed and big play capability at the receiver position. You think they've done that?
I think they have, and if you look at Monahan, you throw in Rawson Tatum, you throw in Kenny Davis, and the returner Nevin Lewis. That's 4 players that stand 6'2" and are extremely athletic. And when you see Drew Hubel on the field, and I believe you will this year at times, when you see him on the field, he's going to have a great group to throw to.
We'd like to talk about the Viking previous tight end, but Julius is with the Broncos, so a big hole left there at tight end and a lot of bodies to fill it.
Well, there's a lot of question marks right now. Kalua Noah has moved over from wide receiver to tight end and had a tremendous spring. So he's a guy that we expect to see the ball in some passing routes this season. There are a number of guys, though, that need to step up. Kyle McMillan, a returning letter winner from last year, will need to have an impact this year. Gage Lofton, a junior college signee, Taylor Myrick, a redshirt. Those guys will be looked to contribute at the tight end position.
Mike, Tim Walsh taught us long ago that you don't get this done without the Hogs up front. I think the Vikings have great experience and a lot of bodies there.
They do have tremendous experience returning. Kleffner, Waldron, and Ritt, some top offensive linemen, all back, all starters last year. And the Vikings have a handful of guys who started a number of games but got injured. Also returning Manny Rojas, Alex Casenza, and Mitch Galkey all started last year. So those guys are back. A few new guys, Anthony Moxley, a junior college transfer, and they love the freshman Cornelius Edison out of University Place, a guy who's got a chance to play offensive line as a true freshman, and you don't see that very often.
The third part of the game that is most important is the special teams. The Viking pretty experienced and very good in the kicking game. Talk about that briefly, but also who is going to return kicks for the Vikings and what do they have there?
Well, if you're talking kick returners, obviously A.J. Powell was the punt returner last year. Nevin Lewis was the kick returner, the main kick returner. Those two guys are back, and they look very good in those roles. The Vikings have a number of players behind them. Deshaun Shedd even had some opportunities as a kick returner. He's an exciting playmaker. So the Vikings are solid in the kick return area, but we got to talk about the kickers and the punters. Zach Brown, tremendous kicker, ranked 3rd in the nation last year, already holds the Portland State record for field goals made after 2 seasons. And the Vikings also have a transfer in Tyler Cope, who looks very good at kicker, possibly could be doing some kicking off for the Vikings this year. And then the guy from down under, I know you love, Thomas Dundam, 11th in the nation in punting last year, one of the best punting seasons. Both Brown and Dundam returning juniors, so the Vikings very strong in the special teams area. And last but not least, let's throw in that long snapper, Braden Eagle. He's played in 33 straight games for the Vikings, very solid at that position.
Great to have all that experience at the special teams positions, and coming up this Saturday will be your last chance to really see a dress rehearsal, Mike. The guys will all be out here. They'll be fighting for positions, starting and backup roles, and see where they fit in the Viking 2011 scheme.
Well, in that scrimmage scrimmage takes place this Saturday, a little after 11 o'clock here at Stott Community Field. You're going to see a lot of guys looking for playing time. Maybe not as much the returning starters, but the guys who are trying to be the 2s and the 3s getting an opportunity.
It's football 2011 back at Gerald Wynn with the Vikings, and we're very excited about it.